Hey guys, Brian delivers you the goods here. I'm returning to you for another album review, and this is for Blue October's new album, This Is What I Live For, that I just got done listening to. So I'm going to discuss what I listened to for this album and let you know my thoughts on it. So let's dive into this review. Now, what did I think of this album overall? It's okay. It is listenable, that's for sure. Just most of the tracks just don't execute very well. Um, I personally think Justin's voice in "Stay With Me" when he was like talking and singing kind of thing or whatever, and "Stay With Me," it just didn't sound that good. And how he was singing "Stay With Me," sorry for my yawning, and how he was singing "Stay With Me" or whatever, it just made me cringe a little. I Laugh at Myself was not a bad song. I like the beginning of the album. It doesn't disappoint. When you get to Oh My, that song was a complete disaster. Uh, I found it to just be disappointing. Bad lyrics. Um, just I mentioned this in my track review earlier this year for the Oh My song, and I know a lot of people didn't like it. And yeah, it's just it's just one of those albums that's just bearable to listen to. Not saying it in a bad way, but it's okay. It's nothing to write home about and say, "Oh, this is probably their best work." Which there are some songs I can commend for not doing so bad. I gave a majority 4 out of 5s, 4.5 out of 5s. But my only concern was the last song, Only Lost Is Found. That one was very weak of a song. It wasn't bad. I gave it a 4 out of 5 because I felt that Justin singing it, he was like getting tired, and how he was singing, it felt a little lazy with his singing voice, and I didn't like that. Um, Who Do You Run From was a nice acoustic guitar kind of song. It's not an instrumental. Justin does sing. It is very lengthy. It's like almost 6 minutes long. The longest song is "Stay With Me," so you're in for quite a long song. Completely, I like that as a single. I really did like it. I liked majority of the singles, at least 4 singles. Moving On So Long was uh average. It is a cheery kind of song. I've listened to it multiple times now, and it has grown on me, but this is not an album I would say is great. I would say this album is, well, like I said, okay. It is listenable, but it's not something I'm gonna commend for being a great album. I know Blue October tries, but this is just not as impressive. I'm giving it a very low rating, but not that low to where it's bad. But to be fair, I'll rate it in just a few minutes. I still got a few more songs to talk about. Love Stupid features Karen Haver, and that one was not so bad. The Way I Used to Love You was pretty nice. Um, I just like the tone in that song. It's really cool. And the title track, This Is What I Live For, pretty good song. I really like that one. It ain't great, but it's almost a masterpiece, I guess you could say. I like how Justin's singing that song, and Fight for Love with his daughter Blue Reed in it, um, which is really nice. I really like that. They are kind of a alternative rock and art rock, which art rock means that they can experiment with different kinds of sounds with their rock genre. And that's where I have problems with Blue October. They're not too bad. They're just a solid band. Not something I'm gonna say is my favorite band, but yeah, there's a lot of criticism about them. And if you did see my marathon album reviews for them, definitely go check them out. I did all 9 albums before this album came out. I did the last album review yesterday, which was I Hope You're Happy, and I hope you enjoyed it. But for this album, it's just okay. It's not something I'm gonna listen to a lot, but there are gonna be times where I'm gonna come back to certain songs, but at the end of the day, this album is kind of forgettable. So overall, I think Blue October's This Is What I Live For is an okay album. It is going to be in my okay to meh albums of 2020, unfortunately. That's not that it's bad, it's just it's getting like a certain rating. Like, I don't condemn 6 and 6.5 out of 10 ratings because they don't do so bad. They just aren't albums I'm gonna remember and say, oh, this was not a bad album. They're just kind of forgettable. So out of 10, I'm gonna give Blue October's This Is What I Live For a 6.5 out of 10. It's okay. It ain't great, but it has some cringy songs. I Will Follow You. I didn't get a chance to talk about that. That was pretty nice. But Completely was one of my favorites. I didn't like some of the lyrical choices that Justin decided to write in that song. I got my hand on the wheel and one hand on you. I got one hand on the wheel and one hand on you. I'm like, ugh. I'm like, that's the way you're talking about it sounds sexual. I'm like, what the fuck? But yeah, uh, just the way I saw uh, my perspective was on that lyric that I was mentioning, it just made me feel weird inside. But yeah, 6.5 out of 10 I'm giving Blue October This Is What I Live For. It's an okay album. Comment below. Let me know what you guys thought of the Blue October album, This Is What I Live For, if you've heard it. And if you like this new album review that I just reviewed, comment below and let me know your thoughts on it. Tap a like on this video if you liked it. Subscribe to my channel if you can to support the channel. Like I said, I don't hate this album. I just think it's kind of forgettable. It's not something that I'm going to listen to off and on. There's some tracks I'll come back to, like This Is What I Live For, I Laugh at Myself, The Way I Used to Love You, Completely, Fight for Love, Weatherman, Who Do You Run From? But it wasn't that great of a song, but it was alright. It was just decent, I guess you could say. But yeah, I will be returning to you for Wallows' Remote EP review in a little bit. If I don't do it today, it's going to be tomorrow, because I do got to get to the Smith & Myers Volume 2 album review. Sorry about that ding just a second ago. My phone does this a lot. I don't know why. But yeah, I didn't hate Blue October's new album. I just don't think it's my favorite album this year. I don't think it's something I'm going to remember in 2020. I'm just going to be like, nope. I don't care about this album. I'm like, not saying it in a bad way. I'm just saying that I listened to it, I gave it a chance, and it was okay. And that's the end of it. But thank you for watching this Blue October, This Is What I Live For album review. I hope you enjoyed it. Hopefully you did. If you didn't like it, that's okay. I know there's going to be people that are going to have their own opinion about what they think of this album. But I personally wasn't crazy about it when I heard Oh My My. I thought that single was shit, in my opinion. That's just my opinion. You don't have to agree with me on it. It's just how I felt when I was hearing the song. I just thought the lyrics were bad. But uh yeah, I'm going to end this video here by saying thank you for watching this new album review. I hope you enjoyed it. Stay safe, take care, and I'll see you in my next video.